Hello everyone, welcome to join this course. It is on how to analyze the log data on Alibaba Cloud Big Data Platform. Actually, it is not only Alibaba's product. We will also talk about how the whole process goes on the traditional system like Hadoop. If you also want to know that, I think you are in the right place. This course is made up of 3 topics. One is what we can get from these logs. As you know, we are generating tons of log every day, and we want to make full use of it instead of throw it away like what we did before. All the big companies put a lot of effort to deal with the data. There should be a reason. 2. I believe you will realize how important the data is after step 1. You are going to find a way to process it. The first thing came out to your mind is some system can scale out, like Hadoop. Because one of the original use of distributed system like Hadoop was to store and process the massive volume of big data. We are going to talk a little more about how to do it on Hadoop. 3. We are focusing on big data platform powered by Alibaba Cloud. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I would like to talk about is what we can get from the log data. In order to make this process more interesting, I suggest you may think of this as a role-playing game. From now on, we are the engineers work for a fictional online education corporation. That means we got a website with all our courses on it. People visit our website and leave trail on the server. It is technically captured in semi-structure, that is web logs. Our mission is to help our organization get better insight by analyzing the data. All the examples will be in the context of this. We will go through this in this section. The business problems we got, what we data engineers can do, and we're going to review the values and show them to the senior management. Okay, here are the business issues that matters. Only 4 are listed here, but in fact, in the real-world business scenario, there will be much more. Let's go through these questions. 1. How can we get more people to know us? Number 2. Which courses is the most popular one? 3. Why should it take so long time to open our website? Number 4. Why is the page look so messy after I changed my browser? These are real business issues that really affect the user experience. So let's start with the easier one. I will pick number 2 because you can see the result by launching a not so complicated SQL statement over a small data site, not small sometimes, but it is structured data. It's stored usually in the RDBMS, which is a relational database management system like Oracle and MySQL. But what about the other 3? We cannot get the information from the transactional data. That's why we need the web clickstream log data. You can just find the information for all the other 3 questions and many more questions from it. Okay, let's see what we can get from the clickstream log data. I should confess first that I don't know much about this gentleman. What I only know is he is a Nobel Prize winner in economics. And one of his words is famous I would like to quote. That is, if you torture the data long enough, it will confess. Okay, let's torture the data. When someone clicks a link, types a URL or submits out a form, their browser sends a request to the server for information. It might be asking for a page or sending data, but either way, that is called an HTTP request. and the web server like Nginx, HTTP, Tomcat will generating one or several lines of data like this. There are at least 5 important analysis metrics here, and let's go through the whole lines in detailed information. The first line, if you split in the white space, the first one will be the IP address information. From the IP address information, it will show you the user location and operator's information, customer's distribution in this country or in the whole world, and you may put your servers in that operator and in that location. A second one will be time. You can see the time is divided into 2 parts using the white space. The first part here is the date and time information. The second one will be the time zone information. It will show how long does the user stay in your website, or which time does the most user to visit your website. You will adjust the optimization and to know when is the rush hour of your business. So about the time zone, there's an interesting questions you may think about. How many time zones are there? And usually we can, what we know is if each time zone were 1 hour apart, there would be 24 in the world. But some time zones have only 30 and 45 minutes offset. Some place or country like in Korea, India, and Afghanistan, they are all less than 1 hour apart. So that's making the total number of the worldwide time zones much higher. As far as I know, there would be 39 different local time zones in use. And the next one will be the request. And it has the request method and a post or get, and the context that he asked for, and HTTP protocol and the version, and then the 200 is stand for HTTP code. Usually it is invisible, though I'm sure you've seen some of the very common response code will be 404. It means that the page you indicating was not found, and the code about 500, and that means there's something wrong about the server, about the web server. And then we can get the browser information. It can just answer the questions we list just now. That is, why is the page look so messy after I changed my browser? You can collect the information of different browsers type, that is all your customer use, and optimize your web page style content for each kind of browser like Chrome, Safari, Firefox, etc. The last one listed here is the user source. It can show you where the user come from. They were directly website visitor or redirected from search engines after type some keywords in the search page. If most of your users belongs to the first one, you may suggest the marketing team fellows to put more budget on advertisement on search engines like Google, Bing, Yahoo. These things are not so hard to tell. What you are going to do is to dig more information from that. After this course, you will be able to make some of those dashboards. Let's take a look at it first. Page view, also called PV. It stands for a single click on a website. User view, which is also called unique view, it stands for one single user. So one user can make from at least one to many page views. Let me ask you a question. If these two statistics results are similar in your case, what does it mean? It means that your website is not so attractive that people just left after seeing one of your page. In most cases, the page view will many times more than the unique user. And what you can tell from the result of the unique IP address and the unique user. That depends. For most cases in China, if the IP address is more than the unique user, it means that the most of your customers are visit your website from home, because we do not own a fixed IP address at home. If not, it probably means that you have more visitors for that from a company office, because each company usually got a fixed IP address. You can also generate a chart to show traffic of different time of each day. It will show you the rush hour that you need to pay more attention. These are the user source information that we just talked about. And directly visit your website, other link as from the search engine. In this case, you have more user from the directly visit mode. So you need to pay. You need to improve your budget on the search engines. This one is about the total number of requests, which with HTTP code 404. That means that source IP is most likely a bad one. It is like if you are on a convenience store, all the bad guys will pretend they are ordinary customers to exhaust your limited resource. So we need to put those IP address on the list to put those IP address list here into the blacklist. The last one is the user distribution chart. You will figure out where the customers from, and then it will indicate you where you should put your servers. If a large number came from the north of China, that means you're supposed to move your servers into the data center that is located in the north. Okay, let's see how the whole process works. You decide to process the data in a cost-effective way, and you think of the famous distributed system like Hadoop. You need first to purchase some x86 servers, and on that you need to install Linux operating system. You download some Hadoop software, Hadoop and its ecosystem software to after you're deploying them, and the cluster is ready. And then you extract and load all your files from its original place, like file system, like the increasing log and RDBMS. You are using different tools. For example, you're putting your offline file just using the HDFS command, or Java API, and you are loading the real-time data using the online data transforming tools like Flume and Kafka. For the data in the structure mode, you need some tools like Scoop. Scoop, you can see it from its name. It stands for Circle to Hadoop. After all your data is ready, you need to deal with the data. Well, the popularity of the Circle shows that the user often can prefer to writing the declarative queries that is Circle. The relational approach is insufficient for many big data applications. First, users want to perform ETL from all kinds of data sources, and it might be semi or unstructured data requiring customer code. Second, users want to perform advanced analysis, such as machine learning and graphic processing. That is challenging to express in the Circle statement. So we need another method is customer code. You need to online distributed computing framework like MapReduce and Spark. after testing, you decide to put your applications online. At the beginning, it will be fine because your business skills is not that big and the data volume is small. As your business grows and your data grows bigger and bigger, and the number of your nodes in your Hadoop cluster will grow bigger and bigger. So that will bring lots of problems. Let's imagine you are developing a real-time log analysis system. You are generating logs on your web servers, and you use this tool's Flume to load all the data from the web servers to Kafka. It is on your Hadoop cluster. Kafka will send the data to the Spark Streaming process engine. Spark Streaming will process the data and give some result, and save the result into the in-memory database like Redis. And some BI tools and web page generating some graphs, chart, or the report to your boss. It will read the data from the in-memory database like Redis. So the whole process is complicated. If someday you see some errors in your web page or in your report, you cannot immediately locate where the problem is because there are so many components on this process line. And the other thing, as the cluster gets bigger and bigger, you will put a lot of time and human resource on the performance tuning. And when you put all of your data into one data center, that means all the people in your company will drag the data from one place. For example, ordinary employees cannot see the salaries of other people, other employees. Only HR and human resources department and the boss can see some of the salary information. So the security issues Hadoop developed without considering the security issue. So you need some third-party component like Kerberos and Sentry to help to set up the security system. So the whole process is so complicated. You thought it is cost-effective. Yes, it is at the beginning because the x86 server is not that expensive. And Hadoop software are for free. But as your business grows bigger and bigger and your cluster, Hadoop cluster become bigger and bigger, you will find that you're hiring a lot of people to maintain your Hadoop cluster and pay more attention to the performance tuning, how to get your Hadoop more security, and how to do the disaster recovery. So that should not be like this. You will find you're more like a software company. So that's what Alibaba's cloud big data platform do. You just need focus to your business, and the other thing, let our do. So you just need to put your file and define your code, and then use some mouse drag on the web page. You will see some beautiful chart, like just now we said those demonstrations. So let's see how the whole process goes on Alibaba Cloud. Okay, let's see what is it like on the big data platform powered by Alibaba Cloud. I will first introduce Max Compute and then the Quick BI. In the end, I will give some demos for a quick start. What is Max Compute? For the precise explanation, you can take the official document for reference. In order to understand quickly, I would like to make such a comparison. If you happen to know the Hadoop ecosystem Hive, you may think of Max Compute as Hive, but more powerful. Hive is based on HDFS and MapReduce. It transfers the Hive circle into MapReduce job. And while Max Compute is based on Alibaba Cloud operating system called Apsara, and it is 95% compatible with Hive. That means almost all of your Hive circles can directly run on Max Compute. And also it has features like graphic computing, Python API, and machine learning. It has cost-based circuit optimizer. It is for offline batch date process. And the max compute on Upstar cluster can be made up of 10,000 nodes, while a Hadoop cluster has a limitation to 4,000 about. The date organizations is also very much like Hive. When using max compute, you may need to create a project first, which is like in a database management and managed system, you should create a database first. And in that database, you create a table. In distributed system, a database in most cases is like directory in the low-level distributed file system. If you filter over some particular column a lot, you may consider to create a partition over that column. There will be subdirectories filled with the lines with the same value that in that column. For example, if you want to search all the people in California over a table of all the American people, you may think to partition the table by the states. So, the circle with the where statement will not issue a computing. It just scans subdirectories. So the concept of partitioning and bucketing is a very important concept in distributed system optimization. It can really speed up your filter and join circle statement. Here is the Max Compute command line tools, CLT. In the first step, you may do some configurations over the configuration file. There are 3 items you need to modify. The first one is the project name, which we have just mentioned. It is like a database name you are creating. And the second is access ID and access keys. We will explain that later. And the endpoint usually are the same. You don't need to modify it during your project process. And second, you can log on your command line tools. And here is we type in ODPS command. That is because the Max Compute got a name ODPS before, and it has a new cool name Max Compute now. After uploading the data, we do not usually use the command line tools to write down our circle statement because there is a more powerful web-based interface. In that interface, you may define a task and the whole process workflow. And in that single task, you may write down your circle statement. That is very convenient. Later on, we will show you that. And the Max Compute can also support to develop for the developers to do some developer work, to write down the script in the IDEs. It is based on the IntelliJ idea, and it's very common for the Java or the Scala developers. So for the Max Compute development, you just need to download Max Compute plugins in IntelliJ IDEA. So that is the basic concept of the Max Compute. Okay, let's take a look at QuickBI. The motivations of QuickBI is let everyone to become data analysts and achieve data-based insight to their enterprises and organizations. You can see from its name, yes, it is a BI product, but what makes it so different? Let's take a look at how we did this before. Let's imagine, again, you are a data engineer in your company, and you got all your data in the data warehouse. Your boss asks you to make some report based on it every week. And you write down some circles statement and download the data and make a report using Excel, thinking it is not a big deal. However, lots of problems comes up after you're downloading the data. You may typo the data when record in, you may using the different version of data, you may send the wrong file to your boss. Terrible things can happen. This is stage 1 based on demand. As the data volume grows along with your business, people from different departments came for you for different report and insight. You need to design different models for each department and its scenario. Soon, there are tools like Tableau comes up that is based on scenario. Not a long time later, even different people from the same department come for you. What would you do? You will generating a different report for each one of them? No. One solution is you just put the BI tools online and let them to do their report, to generating their chart as they need it. That is based on everyone's need. So the stage 3 is based on everyone. That is Quick BI. We can import the data from different data sources, like Max Compute and the database in Alibaba Cloud ecosystem. We can also create a data set from the external databases. So there are 3 we are supported: MySQL, SQL Server, and Oracle. These are the top 3 databases in every year's data engines rank. So they are all relational databases, and we can also upload local file with CSV and Excel format. Quick BI is easy to use tools. You can use such as drag and drop operations to do the data acquisitions and business data profiling and chart and report generating and data portal building. Okay, let's go through this with a demo. First, we log on the alibabacloud.com. Then we log in the console. Of course, you need to create an account first. We use account and password to log on the console. Go into the console again. First, we need to create access keys and continue to manage access key. These are the information we need to log on the console later. So go to the home and went into the DataWorks page. So we are going to create our first Max Compute project. At the bottom of the page, there is a Create Project. Give the project name and select Pace as you go. It will charge depend on your calculation. Okay. Then we create your first project. So we just enter into the project. Okay, first we are going to create a task. There's 2 kinds of tasks. One is workflow and the other is node task. Let's create a node task first. Its type is ODPS SQL. Its name is create table 1. So here we just need to enter some DDL statement to create a table. So we are not going to the details of the SQL script, and we are going to see another type of task. You can see the hand side. It is the table I created before. So we are going to create a workflow task named workflow 1. you will see some node information. First, we are going to create a virtual node called start. Because it's a workflow, it need to know where to start. So create another node actually to process or create a data set. And create table 1, create table 2, and double click it. You may enter the extra circle statement. So we are not going to the details of this circle statement. You will to create your script on your own business. We are going to join these two data sets and virtual node we are going to end. So give its name is end. We need to toll the workflow. So we use some arrows to link all the node to show the process order. Reorganize it. So that's it. Double click, you enter your circle statement. Okay, let's see how we are going to upload our file into our Max Compute project. So first we need some logon information in date integration. So after we download the Max Compute Client Line 2, we need to edit, modify its configuration file based on the information we just saw. Project name, access ID, and access keys. And endpoint. We type in ODPS command. So we're going to log on our Max Compute project. We can also create a table here. It is like a circle command line tools. So successfully we create a one column table, and we are going to upload the file, text file into this table. And each line will be in one column with the type of string. That makes sense. Okay, it takes time. So we're going to select it and to see if we have uploaded successfully. It will take time according to the network connections. So we're done. Okay, let's see some concept in the QuickBI. We go to the products and the DT Plus, and we found QuickBI. You have to choose one QuickBI data center, Singapore or Hong Kong. So we chose Singapore. Two types of QuickBI distribution. We just need to the basic one. So we into Workbench. First, we need to create data source. Create. There's many data sources we listed before, and these are the information are the same as the command line tools. So you just enter it and test the connection, and then add the data source. So all the tables in your project will show in the right hand side, just like my project. So you want to create a QuickBI data set based on the tables. So you gave it a new name called data set. Data set something. So you confirm that. So you will have create a data set. So DS, yes. We will create another data set in case you miss it. We select another table to create a dataset. Okay, also with the DS prefix. Okay, we have two datasets newly created. Then when click one dataset and go into it, there is the dimensions and measures, and we save. Just now we are changing the ID, so aggregation type is from sum to count. So we're not going to sum the values, just count the lines. So we create dashboard based on the dataset. We put the measures in the value axis. So we modify its name as page view. So it's going to show the page view information of each hour of a day. You can see in the dashboard properties, you can create all kinds of data types. You save this dashboard. Okay. We'll just go through two important components: max compute for computing your data, and quick BI for getting inside of your data. And these are the detailed information and instructions you may need to set up your own business. You may look into it and to learn something that this courses does not cover. So that's this is quick BI. This is max compute, a document. This is quick BI document. They all have a very good getting start from the beginners. And that's all for the demo. Wish you good luck.